not so fast. Back to the Future, a beloved classic, ends with Marty McFly seemingly getting everything he ever wanted. The film wraps up with a neat bow, showing Marty returning to a vastly improved present. His family is no longer struggling, and his father, George McFly, has transformed from a timid, downtrodden man into a confident, successful author. Even Biff, the once menacing bully, is now reduced to a subservient figure, waxing the McFly family's cars. His family is successful, his dad is confident, and his bully is no longer a threat. Everything seems perfect, almost too perfect. The audience is left with a sense of satisfaction, believing that Marty has fixed all the problems in his life by altering the past. But is it really that simple? But beneath the surface of this happy ending lies a darker truth. The changes Marty made to the timeline have far-reaching consequences that the film glosses over. By altering key events in the past, Marty has essentially rewritten the lives of everyone he knows. His parents, his siblings, even his own existence have been fundamentally changed. The people he returns to are not the same ones he left behind. The film's time travel mechanics, while entertaining, create unsettling implications that linger long after the credits roll. The DeLorean time machine, with its flux capacitor and 88 miles per hour speed requirement, is a marvel of science fiction, but it also serves as a Pandora's box, unleashing a cascade of unintended consequences. The butterfly effect, a concept where small changes in the past can lead to vastly different outcomes in the future, is at play here. When we delve into the complexities of time travel, the ending becomes less about triumph and more about the potential for something much more disturbing. Marty's actions, though well-intentioned, have created a new reality that he must now navigate. The people he loves are different, their experiences and memories altered. The happy ending is overshadowed by the realization that time travel is not a simple fix, but a complex web of cause and effect. The true cost of Marty's adventure is the uncertainty of what he has truly changed and the moral implications of playing with time itself. Marty returns to a 1985 that is vastly improved. His family is wealthy, his house is luxurious, and his life seems perfect. The once modest home he knew has transformed into a mansion filled with opulence and grandeur. Every corner of the house speaks of affluence, from the expensive artwork on the walls to the high-end furniture that decorates the rooms. Yet, this perfection comes at a cost. Marty can't shake off the feeling of unease that gnaws at him. The wealth and luxury, while appealing, feel alien and out of place. He finds himself questioning the authenticity of this new reality. Marty has effectively stepped into an alternate timeline, one where his actions in 1955 rippled through the years, drastically altering his family's trajectory. The small changes he made in the past have snowballed into significant differences in the present. The butterfly effect is in full display, and Marty is at the center of it all. While the changes are positive, they are changes nonetheless. The family photo that once depicted a struggling middle-class family now shows a prosperous and happy one. But the faces, though familiar, seem to carry different stories and experiences. This new family, while technically his own, is unfamiliar to him. They have different memories, different experiences, and different personalities. The brother who once aspired to be an artist is now a successful businessman. The sister who struggled with self-esteem is now confident and outgoing, and different relationships with each other. The dynamics within the family have shifted. Conversations that once revolved around financial struggles now focus on vacations and investments. The warmth and camaraderie that Marty cherished seem to have been replaced by a sense of formality and distance. Marty is, in essence, a stranger in his own home. The place that should have been his sanctuary now feels like an elaborate facade. He wanders through the lavish rooms, feeling a profound sense of disconnection. The material wealth surrounding him does little to fill the emotional void. Marty realizes that while he has gained a luxurious lifestyle, he has lost the essence of what made his family truly his own. The journey through time has given him a new perspective, but it has also left him yearning for the simplicity and authenticity of his original life.
Adding another layer of complexity is the existence of the second Marty. As Marty returns to 1985, we see another Marty, identical in every way, driving off to time travel adventures of his own. This seemingly insignificant detail creates a major paradox. If this second Marty travels to 1955, wouldn't he inevitably alter the timeline again, creating yet another version of 1985? This cyclical paradox throws the entire ending into question.
The existence of the second Marty creates a time paradox that the film doesn't fully address. This paradox is a fascinating concept that has intrigued fans and theorists alike. The idea of multiple versions of the same person coexisting in different timelines opens up a plethora of questions and possibilities. If he follows the same path as the original Marty, traveling to 1955 and interacting with his younger self, it raises the question of how these interactions would affect the timeline. Would the younger Marty be influenced by the older Marty's actions, thereby altering his future decisions and creating a ripple effect that changes the course of events? The ripple effect on the timeline would be significant. Each action taken by the second Marty could potentially alter key events, leading to a cascade of changes that would ripple through time. This could result in a vastly different future, one that diverges from the original timeline in unpredictable ways. This would lead to a never-ending loop of Martys constantly altering the past, each version of Marty trying to correct or improve upon the changes made by the previous versions. This loop could theoretically continue indefinitely, with each new Marty creating a new set of circumstances that the next Marty would have to navigate. Each change creating a new timeline with a new version of events. These alternate timelines could vary dramatically, with some being almost identical to the original and others being completely unrecognizable. The existence of these multiple timelines raises questions about the nature of reality and the potential for infinite variations of the same events. The film's logic, however, suggests a single, consistent timeline. This implies that despite the potential for multiple timelines, there is only one true timeline that remains consistent and unaltered. This raises the question of how the timeline can remain consistent when there are multiple versions of the same person interacting with it. So, what becomes of the second Marty? Does he simply cease to exist once his purpose is fulfilled? Or does he continue to live on in a parallel timeline? The film leaves this question unanswered, leaving it up to the audience to speculate and theorize. This ambiguity adds to the intrigue and complexity of the time travel paradox, making it a topic of endless fascination and debate.
The film's silence on the second Marty's fate has led to various fan theories, many of them quite dark.
Some speculate that the second Marty, upon arriving in 1955, meets an untimely end, preventing him from further altering the timeline.
Others suggest that Doc, aware of the paradox, intervenes to stop the second Marty, potentially sacrificing him to preserve the integrity of the timeline.
These theories, while grim, highlight the potential consequences of tampering with time.
One way to reconcile the second Marty's existence is through the concept of the multiverse. Perhaps instead of a single, linear timeline, Back to the Future operates within a multiverse of infinite possibilities. In this scenario, each instance of time travel creates a new, branching timeline. The second Marty's actions wouldn't necessarily affect the original Marty's timeline, as they would exist in separate, parallel universes.
Despite its lighthearted tone, Back to the Future grapples with complex themes of time travel, free will, and the consequences of altering the past. The film's ending, while seemingly happy, is tinged with an unsettling ambiguity. The fate of the second Marty, the true nature of the timeline, and the long-term impact of Marty's actions remain open to interpretation, adding a layer of philosophical depth to the film's otherwise comedic facade.
Back to the Future's exploration of time travel, while fictional, raises intriguing questions about our relationship with the past and the future. If we had the power to change the past, would we? And what would be the consequences of our actions? The film serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us that even with the best intentions, altering the past can have unforeseen and potentially devastating consequences.
In the end, Back to the Future leaves us with more questions than answers. The ending, while seemingly resolute, is but a snapshot in a constantly evolving timeline. The future, as Doc Brown reminds us, is not set in stone. It is a fluid, ever-changing entity shaped by our choices and actions. The film's true message lies not in the specifics of Marty's happy ending, but in the reminder that the future, like the past, is always in motion. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite films. See you on the next video!